Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 17, Text 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maitreya Uvacha Evam sa Bhagavan Vainyah Apito Gunakarmabihi Chandayamashatan Kame Prati Pujya Vidandhyada. Text 2. Brahmana Pramukhan Varnan Bhrithya Matya Puro Dasaha Pauran Jana Padan Shrenihi Prakritihi Samapujayat. Vidura Uvacha Kasmat Dadhara Gorupam Dharitri Bahurupini Yam Dudoha Pritustatra Ko Vatso Dohanam Chakim Prakritya Vishama Devi Kritatena Samakatam Tasya Medhyam Hayam Devaha Kasya Hetorapaharat. King Prithu thus satisfied and offered all respect to all the leaders of the Brahmanas and other castes, to his servants, to his ministers, to the priests, citizens, general countrymen, people from all communities, admirers and others, and thus they all became happy. Vidura inquired from the great sage Maitreya, "My dear Brahmana, since Mother Earth can appear in different shapes, why did she take the shape of a cow? And when the King Prithu milked her, who became the calf and who was the milking pot? The surface of the earth is by nature low in some places and high in others. How did King Prithu level the surface of the earth? Why did the King of Heaven, Indra, steal the horse meant for sacrifice?" Sanat Kumarat Bhagavato Brahman Brahmavid Uttamat Ladvajanam Savijnanam Rajarshihi Kam Gatim Gataha. The great saintly king Maharaj Parikshit received knowledge from Sanat Kumara. The great saintly king Maharaj Prithu received knowledge from Sanat Kumara, who was the greatest Vedic scholar. After receiving knowledge to be applied practically in his life, how did saintly king attain his desired destinations? From purport. There are 4 Vaishnava Sampradayas, systems of disciplic succession. One Sampradaya comes from Lord Brahma, one from the goddess of fortune, one from the Kumaras, headed by Sanat Kumara, and the one from Lord Shiva. These 4 systems of disciplic succession are still going on. As King Prithu has illustrated, one who is serious about receiving transcendental Vedic knowledge must accept a guru or spiritual master in one of these 4 disciplic successions. It is said that unless one accepts a mantra from one of these sampradayas, the so-called mantra will not act in Kali Yuga. Many sampradayas have sprung up without authority, and they are misleading the people by giving unauthorized mantras. The rascals of these so-called sampradayas do not observe the Vedic rules and regulations. Although they are addicted to all kinds of sinful activities, they still offer the people mantras and thus mislead them. Intelligent persons, however, know that such mantras will never be successful And as such, they never patronize such upstart spiritual groups. People should be very careful of these nonsensical sampradayas to get some facility for sense gratification. Unfortunate people in this age receive mantras from so-called sampradayas. Prithu Maharaj, however, showed by his example that one should receive knowledge from a bona fide sampradaya. Therefore, Maharaj Prithu accepted Sanat Kumara as his spiritual master. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Peshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine. There are 4 Vaishnava Sampradayas. One coming from Lord Brahma, one from Lakshmi, one from Kumaras, one from Lord Shiva. The purpose of the Sampradaya, bona fide Sampradaya, is to transmit the knowledge about the Supreme Lord, His spiritual world, His creation, and His Leelas within the material and spiritual worlds. There is no other way that the tiny living entity with its imperfect senses can acquire this knowledge by research, by experiments. For instance, the modern system of knowledge acquisition is limited to knowledge of the world that our senses perceive, number 1. 2, it is limited to how our senses perceive this world, how limitedly we perceive this world, how mistakenly we perceive this world. So, we are limited in all aspects, in these 3 aspects, means how much we can know, and what we know, how effectively we can know, without any mistaken impression that the senses provide. So Aroha and Avarohana process, 2 processes of acquiring knowledge for the Jivatma is there. Through the ascending process of knowledge, the modern world has chased after the objective knowledge of this world. They have acquired organized knowledge, scientific knowledge of this world, physics, chemistry, and also so many different kinds of speculative knowledge about the mind, psychology, this thing, that thing, so many things. So this world is full of knowledge created by human beings through the ascending process of hypothesis, experimentation, then theory, and then proof. So it is it has got its use if it is true knowledge, if it vibrates with the factual relative truth, then it has its own benefits, just like we have technology, engineering, everything. But look at it, our knowledge through this process can never go beyond our senses. what is, you can say, physics, chemistry, all these subjects, they at least define the boundary that we will not go after humanitarian aspects of truth. The scientists are human beings. They say, no, we don't go after the humanitarian aspects like love, emotions. Like a child can ask, where did I come from before I was born? No, we don't answer all those questions. Though it's a bona fide question. So all these years, like last 300 years, they are stuck to starting with Newton and Galileo and all these Gyanis. Objective knowledge they have discovered, which is even objective knowledge is a fact. That means if whatever Newton's law of motion and gravity even is valid even today. It's a relative truth. It is already there. Nobody has, just because Newton's got an understanding of the falling of apple does not mean that it did not fall before he understood. The laws are always acting. It belongs to Krishna. He discovered it. Of course, their discovery is also very limited. Within the science itself, within the objective science itself, it's so limited that Einstein, he said all these Newton's laws are approximations. These are not actually true. This observation that there is a force between the apple and the earth, there is an invisible force. And this is how this force acts, inversely proportional to the distance between and the masses, directly proportional to the masses. So he created the law of gravity. Gravity is working, his formula is working. But the way everybody perceived the formula till Einstein was that there is some invisible field between the apple and the earth. There is an invisible field which is between the earth and the sun. Just like there is a magnet and there is actually a magnetic field, electromagnetic field which attracts the magnet. They extended that to gravity. After Einstein came, he discovered there is nothing in between. It is a curvature of space. Gravity is curvature of space. So we observe and give different explanation. That explanation may work within the limited thing. But when you go to macroscopic scale, universal distances and all that, see everything fails. Similarly, when the laws of motion extended to the microscopic world, Newton's law fails. At the macroscopic level it fails, microscopic. So simply whatever limited I could observe, he found that it's valid. And you apply that formula, you can find out what is the speed of the planet, what is the thing, what is the distance, what is the shape of the orbit, everything you can find out. So just see the limited nature of the scientific knowledge. Modern science, knowledge from modern science. So now as students of modern science, what do? We go to this college, school. The teacher, the textbooks, teaches law of gravitation, law of Newton's law of motion, all this. and we study them. Or we learn chemistry, molecules, atoms, 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen becomes 1 molecule called water. We are sitting in the classroom. We are hearing. We have not seen hydrogen and water mixing together. Then you are taken to the lab. Then, according to certain pressure and conditions, temperature, you mix these 2 things and you see there is water. So first what did we do? We had faith in the previous people who have experimented hydrogen and oxygen is equal to water, and they are telling you also do it and you will also find the truth. Correct? That is the reason we go and we study this. So we got this truth. So the whole 2-3 things only in lab you will test. But the chemistry book is full of thousands of formulas. You don't test all those things. Why? You have faith that like this they have done that. That is why they have written. So let me believe it. Let me trust. So in this way you become a chemistry student, chemistry professor, chemistry PhD. Everything about chemistry itself we have not tested in the book. So you have Shraddha. That Shraddha is based on some reasons. For instance, if somebody prints any kind of chemistry book and sells, you will not take. What is this? University has prescribed. University has prescribed chemistry by so and so, organic chemistry by so and so, physics by so and so. It's a recognized textbooks. Then you go and buy that. Then you go and study that. Is it not? So, now come to knowledge beyond our senses. We have no hope. We only know about this knowledge. Ascending process of knowledge. We do not know. So, are we eternally blocked from knowing things beyond what our senses show? For instance, a child's question, where did I come from? Before I became your son or daughter, they ask the parents. Cannot answer. So there are millions of unanswered questions. So does it mean that we are eternally damned to be ignorant of this non-physical world, of our mind, of our buddhi, of our soul, spirit, about ourself, the person? Because there is no, in matter, there does not have personal characteristics. The moment the soul leaves the matter, the body is dead. Body does not, eyes do not see, ears do not hear. So who is that person who was seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, tasting, enjoying, suffering? Which science can answer? Science will say, I did not see anything going out of the body. But common sense says that something was there and something went out. So they whitewash this question because it cannot answer. Some scientists turn to philosophy. Hardcore scientists say there is nothing there. Some chemicals were creating this effect of a person that stopped happening in the body, and now that nobody is seeing, nobody is touching, nobody is smelling, nobody is. Then we ask, what is it that all of a sudden happened within the body that made everything zero? Suppose it was some chemical only, some portion of the chemical. Okay, I should not fully die. You cut off my hand. Still I am feeling I am full. I don't have a hand, that's all. But I am I. So, it is not that we are eternally damned. There is another process of acquiring knowledge. The descending process of knowledge. We are all part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the Supreme Personality of Godhead has made arrangements for us to acquire this knowledge beyond this so-called modern science knowledge, which includes the knowledge of who I am, what is the purpose of existence, who is the cause of all this existence, what is love, what is rasa, attraction between people, what is sense pleasure, who is the enjoyer and sufferer of this pleasure in this body, what is this body made up of, not just gross elements. With no instrument I can test manas, buddhi and ahankara. No physical instrument I can test. We get descending process of knowledge, manas, buddhi and ahankara. From where? From Bhagavad Gita, from the Shastras, from the Vedas. Just like H2 and O becomes H2O. I went to the laboratory and then I had experimented and I am convinced. Similarly, when you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, when you go out of Tamoguna, your perception becomes finer. You clearly see the instrument called Manas, Buddhi and Ahankara. Then you see something, then you can move that thing as per your desire for self-control. Then that process of how to control the mind, senses, mind is a master of the senses and the master of the mind is the intelligence, master of the intelligence is the spirit soul or the ego, false ego. Or if there is no false ego, then it is the controller is the real ego, free from false ego. So what is the real ego? So all these things are not simply, we are not... This body is our laboratory. So we are not actually... Religion is one thing. Okay, it's a concept of means the rules and regulation, do's and don'ts that are like the... If you want some benefit, follow this, follow that. Just like if you want some benefit of a television, then you have to know how to operate it. Put it on, off, this, don't do that, don't do this. Correct? You follow this, then that is called dharma, the do's and don'ts by which you can get the benefit of the television. But behind that, there is a science. A science which has turned into technology, a television. So that is religion. When you come to Bhagavatam, both religion is also there and tattva is also there. The fundamental principles. So in a way, it is a very broad, pure science. The science of Srimad Bhagavatam. The science explained in Bhagavad Gita is pure science. Goes beyond the human body, human senses. Goes up to revelation about Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Just like hydrogen and oxygen mixed together, water, you have faith that water is H2O. Simply the Shastra says, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Sarva dharman paritteja mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma suchaha. Go to the laboratory of the real life. Surrender unto him. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. And see. Ma sucha. Krishna said, do not worry. Do not doubt. I will take care of all your papa. Because everybody's worry in this material world is dukkha, no? Nobody says, I don't want sukha. Everybody in this material world, if you take a cross section of people, go to any crowded road, in the cross section, thousands of people are crossing. Do one survey. They'll all either be heading for something they want, or they'll be heading to prevent something they did not want. Correct? They want, common is what? They want sukha. Sukha is of two types in this material world. Positive sukha and the sukha of no pain. So each living entity in the material world is either, very beautifully Prabhupada puts it, either they are after something, sukha, or they are preventing dukkha. The activity is only that. Anytime, what are you doing? You ask anybody, what are you doing right now in your mind? What is your mind absorbed in right now? You describe. You will be putting under one of the boxes. Either you are chasing after more money, chasing after happiness, everything positive happiness, or there's some trouble coming to you, removing your diseases, going to hospital, or trying to get some money to clear the debts. Somebody is harassing you. Or you are trying to go talking with somebody to straighten up your relationship. Or you are going to court for divorce. Everything, either you want something, you work either for wanting something or not wanting something. So, sarva dharman paritteja mamekam sharanam vraja aham tam sarva papebhyo. And we all know the laws of material nature is such that, because this is a world forgetful of Krishna, we don't care for Krishna. That is, the whole world is that. We don't care for Krishna. I have my strength, karmic strength, I will go after what I want and use my strength to prevent what I don't want. So Krishna is sarva papebhyo. That means forget about what you want, you pursue. That is okay. You don't need my help. Law of karma is already giving you. You need your help for what? To prevent your suffering. And suffering has come due to what? Why does man suffer? can immediately answer, I have got stomach ache because of something is, I got ulcer. That is what is the reason? Why ulcer? Next question. Ulcer is because of this, because of that, because of tension and anxiety. And why anxiety? So suffering is caused by, root is papa karmas. Sinful act. That's a nature. We have to have understanding. We have to understand this, how this material world is designed by Lord Krishna. So therefore he says, Sarva Papebhyo. That means all your anxiety in life will be over if you surrender to Krishna. Go to the lab of life, you surrender and see. Then your faith in Krishna increases. Yes, what Krishna told I have done for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. I have been fully taken care of. My life has been only going what I want, I am going. That too for Krishna. And that all Krishna says, okay, now you don't work for what you want, now you work for what Guru and Krishna wants. That's the meaning of surrender. So you work for Guru and Krishna. I'll relieve you completely from work for all this which has come from Papa. And the Papa is very, very serious. Namesake, it will touch and go. I will allow that to happen. So that you get spiritual realization about the dukkha. Once in a while that is required for us. Otherwise we will become attached to the material world. अच्छा है, सब अच्छा चल रहा है. इधर ही रहेंगे. So for devotees also dukkha comes. And that dukkha is some health problem, this thing, that thing, relationship problem, all these things Krishna will give. Allow it to happen. Not that he will give. He let it happen. What is within your stock only, let it happen. So it's left to how much he wants. So just the point here, what I am saying is that the way in which we are also advancing in supreme knowledge about the entire existence is a very scientific process. If somebody says, no, I don't, simply don't follow the instruction of the chemistry book to mix hydrogen and oxygen in a particular temperature and pressure, simply you take to hydrogen and oxygen and mix it. Oh, I didn't see water. So it is wrong. You want to observe your body consisting of not only physical body, your mind, your intelligence, everything. You have to become sattvic, which means this is a temperature and pressure is required for particular temperature and pressure only. If you mix two atoms of hydrogen and oxygen, water will come, right? So what is the difference in this, what we are telling? No intoxication, no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling. Hey, these are the 4 conditions you have to maintain this body under these 4 conditions. And you chant Hare Krishna. Now you will see the truth. You will see your mind very clearly. You will see your buddhi. You see your intelligence. You see the connection between this. You will see the whole, how the body is functioning. You will discover. Otherwise, somebody may be a super scientist in that direction, in chemistry. He will have zero knowledge in realization in physics. Similarly, one famous scientist, modern scientist, Stephen Hawking, he himself said, he is taught so much about the cosmos, cosmology, and so many theories, and like that, so much. It's very famous. And so much inquiry he has been doing about it, right? But he was physically handicapped. He was in wheelchair. Whole life, wheelchair candidate. Limbs alone non-functioning. But he's very sharp and did all those things. He put this question. But he knows there is no answer for him because he is not the right teacher. Physics, chemistry, teachers are everywhere. You want to learn, you'll immediately get. But you want to learn about the science of the soul, you don't get teachers so easily, especially in the West. Nobody is walking around there. There's dearth of spiritual schools, spiritual teachers, everything there. So he said, I cannot figure out why I am attracted to opposite sex. What is that force? Hey, it is not gravity, it is not electromagnetic force, it is not any of those forces. You come to Krishna, Krishna will say, hey, karma, this force is called karma. And he says how it is generated, how it can be stopped, how it can be controlled. Descending process of knowledge. From Krishna we understand. And we experience it. We apply it and we say, hey, it is correct. Yeah, only way. If I am not contemplating, then where is the question of karma? Only the object of karma, if I contemplate only, it comes. I keep away from it. Means in the mind I keep that away, it's gone. Desire, I keep away the desire, no karma. So like this, everything in Bhagavad Gita, right from realization of Krishna to realizations about this body, you can still pursue it like with a scientific temperament. What is the temperament, scientific temperament? Hypothesis, experiment, theory, then practice, applications. Aren't we doing this? This is what we should. This is the attitude with which jijnasa should be performed. Athato Brahma jijnasa, human being should do jijnasa. Just like so much jijnasa they are doing about the cosmos, about the atomic world. We are there, we are continuously doing jijnasa. But our textbook is not human created textbooks. Our textbook is Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, our source. So descending process. Guru and Sadhu. Shastra is sourced from the perfect. These are all the understanding. What is Shastra? Anybody say this is Shastra? Shastra means it is originating from the perfect source. For instance, we are dealing with Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. These are all from the perfect source, Vyasadeva, who is a literary incarnation of Krishna himself. So this pure knowledge is coming from pure source, Shastra. So our life is based on Shastra. Our life is based on researching Shastras. That means searching where this is and where that is. That is our research. Then personal research is apply that and then you see the effect of it. Etamam prapadyante tam satya bhajamiham. As you surrender, I reciprocate. See if he'll reciprocate or not. He will. Because he says so. Once few equations are H2 is proved, 90% of the equations in the chemistry book you are accepting. Is it not? So with faith you do it. So you don't waste time. I'll go to my next lesson. I don't want to waste time to prove each formula in this chemistry book. I don't want to. I have reasonable faith. It's called reasonable faith. So I got reasonable faith. I don't waste time. As you surrender, I reciprocate. Oh, let me check that also. Then you are a doubting Tom always. Where will you progress in life? I want quick advancement. All this, I have got already faith. Yes, I know Krishna will reciprocate. Ye tamam prapadyante tam satya bhajamiham. With Shraddha, when you apply that, you will see actually Krishna reciprocates. With faith, you should apply the principles. With faith that this is truth, this is Satya. Whatever the Shastra says is Sat. That full faith should be there. A spiritual student should have full faith in the Shastra. And Guru and Sadhu. Guru is also Sadhu. Sadhu is one who practices the Shastra. Who will give you explanation, who will make you understand the Shastras. Guru is the one who personalized the Sadhu. According to your limitation, just like there are 40 students in the class. A teacher gives class and goes. Then later on there is a tuition for weak students. Or the teacher himself will go to each person. Hey, I know everybody understood. He has not understood. He'll go there. He'll make him understand. That is Guru. So Shastra, Sadhu and Guru. Guru is a personalized Sadhu who will stay with you beginning to end of your journey of spiritual learning up to taking you back to Krishna. There are various other, that is Diksha Guru. There is Siksha Guru, so many Siksha Gurus are there. Siksha Gurus are all sadhus. So Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. Not only my Guru is practicing, I am seeing so many sadhus who are practicing. I have got so many things to learn from their experience, their learning. So Sadhu Sangha is part of our journey of learning. So it's a very scientific process. We are not following some religion, hearing Bhagavatam class or practicing our Krishna consciousness is some religion. We are beyond religion in that sense. We don't follow our 4 regulative principles fearing its reaction. No, I will suffer, so I will not follow 4 regulative principles. Devotees, do they stop 4 regulative principles because of that? I will suffer, so I will not follow. No, they understand the science behind it. That is only a drawn down instruction. End of the line, to do or not to do, religious aspect. But we understand, why no intoxication? Why no illicit sex? Why no gambling? Why? According to our system, we understand why it is so. Slowly, we start with faith in Guru, and then we understand the science behind it. So there are 4 paramparas like that, Vaishnava parampara. Ultimately, all parampara has to lead you to Narayana, has to lead you to Krishna, because he is the origin of everything. Eko Narayano Asit. Na Brahma, na Ishano. There is no Brahma, there is no Shiva, there is no Aditya, there is no Vasu, there is no Prajapatis, nothing. Only Narayana existed. And from him, everything else has manifested. He is a cause of all causes. Mataparataram nanyat kinti jasti dhananjaya. And no truth superior to me. So to go to that level, to reach that, to understand that, it is a great blessing. To go into the sphere of, to escape from the sphere of ascending process of knowledge to the descending process of knowledge. Descending a process of knowledge is required for complete knowledge. Who I am, who God is, what am I doing, why I am born, all those things. So from the perfect source, so Shastra has come from the perfect source, and all these four sampradayas lead to Narayana as the eternal supreme source of even you. Not material creation alone. Our final question is, who am I? Hey, you belong to Krishna, you are Amsha of Krishna, you are Amsha of Narayana, you are Amsha of the Supreme Absolute Param Satya, personality, Supreme Personality, Godhead. You are his Amsha. Your Amsha person is the Purna person, Amshi person. Amsha comes out of Amshi. He is whole and you are part. And the spiritual world is perfect harmony of parts and whole. And material world is example of disharmony of part and whole. Still the whole is continuing to be with the part because they cannot be separated. The Lord is traveling in every jivas, every body, 84 lakh species. Why? Because he is not independent even in the material world. He wants to be independent of the whole. So we are in a material world has been created where you can imagine to be whole, you can imagine to be independent. But even to be independent, Krishna has created law of karma, okay, independently enjoy everything. Given us the codes, everything, dharma, dharma, all those things in the material world. Material world, laws of karma. There also I am supreme. I am not showing myself to you, that's all. Because you don't want relationship with me as your counter whole. That is why in Bhakti it's very important that every point of time we should learn complete dependence upon Krishna. Because it's a truth. Even for material enjoyment we are dependent upon Krishna. This whole body is a fabrication, this Chetana in this body is also because of the Paramatma. This is not a spirit person, but how it is acting like a spirit person. Any questions? Next, another point Prabhupada mentions is about mantras, sampradaya, These mantras, see, now not only knowledge comes from through the parampara, perfect knowledge from the spiritual world. But there are also mantras, that means sound, specially designed sounds that will energize our spirit in this body because the spirit right now in this body is in a dormant state. So through sound is one of the powerful means of the spirit awakening, receiving knowledge, everything. So for all this, for constant association of the spirit. The Shastras are full of different mantras. Now these mantras, they have a personal effect. You cannot use our limited knowledge to think like it is like a material sound. No, it is spiritual sound, that there is the spirit behind that sound. Spirit means person. So a mantra has to be, all mantras, there is a parampara through spiritual master, you get it. That is why we say, when you get Harinam, that is an occasion where formally mantra is received from Prabhupada. The other people who give Diksha, who say they are Diksha Gurus, they are getting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra from the person who is giving. We get Hare Krishna Mahamantra from Srila Prabhupada. So, our mantra, Prabhupada is existing in our mantra. Please understand. It's a Chinmaya mantra. Hare Krishna Mahamantra is Prabhupada's chanted mantra, Prabhupada's worshipped mantra, Prabhupada's Lord as a Mahamantra is coming to us. And it will have its effect accordingly. Every mantra that a person gets, he will get the power from the mantra that the Guru has realized. So therefore it is said one should get the mantra from the pure devotee, you should get initiation from a pure devotee. These are not seen. You don't see these things. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. But there are spirit things connected to this. So when you have faith in Prabhupada and chant Hare Krishna, Prabhupada, you have given me this instruction. Under your order, I am serving this mantra. I am serving your mantra. I am serving your Lord. Your Lord is Nama Prabhu. On your order, I serve my Nama Prabhu. I make your Nama Prabhu my Nama Prabhu. So proper consciousness with which we should serve this mantra. Then the effect is tremendous. Isya prasadat bhagavad prasadat. Prabhupada constantly is there as a guru, as your mantra guru. So the mantras are, especially the transcendental mantras, there are so many mantras, material or material demigod mantras, they're all there. They are not Chinmaya mantras, but they are having some deity is associated with that mantra. But in the case of, there's a difference between the Nama, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Nama mantra of Vishnu and Devatas. The Vishnu mantras, non-different from Vishnu himself. Vishnu mantras. In the other case, that mantras are there, but then non-different. That deity is also accompanying that. Just like, I cannot say my body is non-different from my soul. But in the case of Krishna, Atma and his body is one. Any avatar Sharira. So the mantra is completely Chinmaya mantra. Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Nama Navino Abhinnatvan. No difference. You should understand this. That's a proposal. Directly you are touching Krishna. Krishna himself is descending on your tongue. As the sound. Sound is Krishna. The demigod mantra, you cannot say that mantra is demigod. You cannot say. Demigod is with the mantra. Just like my soul is with the body. My body is not me. But as far as any name of Krishna is concerned, Krishna is Krishna's Nama. Any questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, a few weeks back, there was headlines. In Los Angeles, there was a award ceremony, Hollywood award ceremony. So there the host had conducted a survey that which is the most commonly discussed topic in our country and the least talked about the topic. So in that, the minimum number of votes came that the least spoken about, the least discussed subject is about God. And they were all laughing at that. So United States is a place where their slogan is, in God we trust. So there, what would have prompted the host to conduct such a survey? Is it because they did this out of arrogance, or they are not believing that God is playing some role in their life? And immediately after that, the forest fire happened and a lot of damage happened. So you can throw a light on this.
Yeah. They're all confused. Because of confusion only, they are asking these questions. So, this world is full of suras and asuras, divine and demoniac. Some souls are inclined towards God, always. Whether it is Christian God or this God. Some are always against. So, always this kind of things will be there in this world. You can understand. Unlimited jivas in this material universe. And everybody is given a chance according to. You want to remain in this material world perpetually, you remain in full forgetfulness. There also Paramatma is accompanying them. Somewhere, sometime they get frustrated about their expectations and what they get. Very badly, very bad suffering comes. Then they turn towards God. It's a journey, it is not straightforward. The whole universe is very complicated. And some souls come out of it through Vaishnava's association and all. So imagine among all the millions of human souls itself in this earth, we are so lucky. It's like a churning of milk, finally you get butter, no? So in the same way, laws of karma churns. We are all come out as butter and come to Prabhupada. Vaishnavas are the butter. The result of churning of process. Our subtle body definitely will have a lot of experience of Adhyatmik, Adibhautik and Adidaivik. Otherwise, simply by hearing it, we don't understand that this world is miserable. Of course, we keep forgetting. But before forgetting, again, you meet a spiritual master, you elevate yourself little more. Like that, many lives you have come, and we have come to 100% shelter of Srila Prabhupada and the holy name. It's a very rare thing. Our good fortune, we should understand. When you understand this, your good fortune, then you will see all the material troubles, this problem, that problem. All these things are not very big things. Sometimes when we are liberated from all our real problems, our system is such that we like problems. So everything is very fine, but in ashram everything is very fine, but sometimes I get irritated. Somebody steals my gamcha. I put it here. Why did he take it? Arey, all your suffering is gone. Only one gamcha went here and there. That your nature is such that you whole day you are unhappy. You are upset with him. Whole day gone. My mood is spoiled today. Go and see the real world outside. What is a mood? How mood is getting spoiled? Every moment, mood is getting. We are prisoners. We are liberated from that prison house. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.